Okay, I just did a video over an artist that did the whole abortion is art, and I'm strictly against anything like that. I'm against abortion. Uh, I mean, it's not right. I don't care if you were raped. I mean, it's not the baby's fault that you were raped. So why punish the child for something that happened to you? The baby feels. Babies can feel in the womb, they feel everything. And if you wait a long period of time before having an abortion, after the baby is already matured, they literally scream. They scream. You can hear them screaming as you're killing them. As the doctors are killing this baby, you can hear them screaming. And I don't really think that's right. I don't think it should be legal. I have no clue why it is legal. I have written the White House about this. I know. Pathetic, right? No, it's not. I have a lot to say about things like that. And I am with PETA, and I am a vegetarian, and I'm and trying to be a vegan, having a hard time with that one. And I'm new to the whole video thing. I just have a lot of different opinions about things. And a few months ago, I did this blog over a different artist. I can't really pronounce his name that well. It's like Guillermo Vargas Habacuc, something like that. And I was pretty pissed off about this. This this is one of the things that really, really, really got to me. This he had the nerve. I don't even know, how do you call him an artist? You know, he had a whole gallery expedition display where he burned 175 pieces of crack cocaine and an ounce of marijuana while the Sandinista anthem played backwards. How is that art? That's not art, that's a crackhead. That's a crackhead cracked out, and he doesn't know what he's doing. The work also included an emaciated dog tied to a wall by a length of rope with "You are what you read" written on the wall in dog food above the dog. Now, a lot of people got upset about this, including me, and it was really controversial because the dog starved to death after this happened. He took the dog in off the street. It was already starving, but he had the nerve to tie it up and write words on the wall above it in dog food. Dog food. Now think about this. This dog is out on the street starving. He brings the dog in and uses the dog as part of his art show. But then he has the nerve to take food and tease the dog with it by putting it up on the wall above it where it can't reach it. How is that art? That's just cruel. No, that does not work. This is, it's pretty sick. The dog died. The dog ended up dying. And he tried to say that, oh, well, the dog was already starving. Nobody would have cared about it if it was out on the street. How do you know that? How do you know somebody wouldn't have come along and helped this dog eventually? They wouldn't have tied it up and teased it with food above its head. A lot of people showed up to the expedition, but they didn't say anything to him. They didn't care. Nobody at the art show cared that this dog was starving to death. And he was in there. They said, well, the dog was only tied up for a couple hours. That does not matter. A couple hours could, that's a life or death situation. And there was a petition that went around that was supposed to prevent him from participating in the 2008 art show that was going on there in Honduras, and it actually got over 4 million signatures, and he signed it himself. I think he did it out of guilt, personally. I think he did it to try to prove to people that he didn't mean to kill the dog. But I mean, it's just, who does this stuff? Who in the world does this? At least feed the dog. Don't tie it up and smear food on the wall above it where it can't reach it. And he refused to comment on the fate of the dog, and stated that the exhibit and the surrounding controversy highlight people's hypocrisy, because no one cared about the dog and nobody cared if it would have starved on the street. But you don't know that. Somebody could have cared. Somebody that came along on the street eventually that saw the dog could have cared. I would have. I would have cared. It's just crazy stuff. Now note that he's the one who tied the dog up to begin with, and he signed the petition, but that doesn't make him any better of a person. That doesn't make him a saint. He said that nobody tried to stop him, but it was his responsibility to take care of the dog. As soon as you bring in an animal off the street, it's your responsibility to care for that animal. And whatever happens to the animal, whenever it's under your influence, under your watch, that's your responsibility. It's like a child. You don't bring a child into your home and then, oh well, the child drowned, went in the bathroom and turned on the bath water and drowned. That's your responsibility. As soon as you bring a child or an animal into your house, it's your responsibility to care for it. It's sick. It's really sick to me. It makes me sick. And I don't believe the director that said that the animal was fed regularly and was only tied up for 3 hours and then it escaped. That's a load of crap. That editor, the director, is just trying to cover, because that's the director of the gallery. Of course they're going to try to lie and say they had no idea, or they didn't have anything to do with it, or they, cared and fed the animal when they in fact didn't, because the dog died of starvation. If you fed the animal, it wouldn't have died. Of course they're going to say that. Of course they're going to lie about it, because they don't want bad publicity for their gallery. It's just, who does that? I don't care if you're from a different country. I don't care if that's your culture. It's just not excusable to me. So, I don't know. I guess give your opinions down in the comment section, and that's all we can do about it. Too late.